Salutations, generations, and welcome to The Soundtrack Dude, a show about music from the silver screen to the stage and beyond. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris, I live in Missouri, and I love cats. And it's my goal to inform you about not just music from movies and the stage, but also from video games and television and so much more. So get ready to learn and hopefully have some laughs and be entertained along the way. Sound good? Good. Great. Let's move on. Okay, first off, let's just establish that I have 4 rules and 5 categories. Now, besides that, there's a couple other things we need to get straight. Starting with the fact that this is a vlog, okay? It's an opinion piece, done by moi, produced by moi. That's right, folks, I'm not an authority. I know I look like one. I don't have a music degree. I'm not that well versed with music theory. Just keep in mind, this is my opinion. Now, to move on to other things. How did I get into soundtracks, you ask? It's a good question. From a very early age, I have been interested in the genre, even before I knew what the genre was called. As a boy, I would often hum the themes to movies like Star Wars or Jurassic Park while I play with my toys. And then it happened. I received as a gift this, the Lion King soundtrack. This soundtrack had a profound effect on me as a child. Yes, sir, I was captured by its brilliance. And so my fascination only grew. You see, my parents were also into movie music. In fact, they would often play soundtracks around the house. Not a great many, but specifically Titanic by James Horner. Yet still, my heart would go on. I went on to discover the amazing works of Andrew Lloyd Webber, Stephen Schwartz, Rodgers and Hammerstein, and so many other fantastic contributions to both show tunes and musicals alike. I started also identifying music from movies just to pick out who was the composer writing the music. I remember being novel, knowing the name Hans Zimmer and recognizing it across different scrolling credits. And the more I identified, the more my hunger grew. Then, a momentous occasion took place. The Lord of the Rings by Howard Shore. Now, it's important to note that I had already received a few soundtracks as gifts before this, but I had never actually gone out and bought one. That is to say, I'd never had my parents go out and buy me one. It was January 2003. I was 10 years old, and I just left to go see The Two Towers with my brother and my dad. It was awesome. I was spellbound, and not just by the fantastic visuals or by the amazing spectacle of the film, but mostly by the music. So I asked my parents if I could go out and get the soundtrack, and they said yes. Now, I wanted the first film score as well, but I could only pick one, so I picked The Two Towers. I brought that home, and I put it in my CD player, and I listened to it all night. I actually still have it with me. This is my jog-proof Philips portable CD player for the savvy consumer who likes to listen to his music on the go. I listened the crap out of that CD. I listened to it like crazy. I was not only remembering the movie, but I was also imagining my own unique adventures. That's where I decided to be a creative. It was a very defining moment for me. Since then, I have been an avid enthusiast, collector, and critic. Which brings me to my next point. My rules. Rule number 1. If I review something, I have to listen to something in its entirety. That is, from the very first track to the very last track. Rule number 2. I have to be familiar, at least familiar with the source material. So if it's a movie, I gotta watch the movie. But that's gonna get a little dicey with like stage plays or Broadway musicals. How am I gonna do that? I'm in Missouri. So, in that case, if I do a review, then I will do very extensive research on that musical and try and find as many resources as possible. But, you know, if I can watch it, I will. Rule number 3. When reviewing, I will be giving a score on the percentile of 100. Which is what a percentile is, right? Okay, I'll be giving it a score out of 100, right? Like, it was 75%. Whoa. I will be giving it a score on A, how well it pairs with its source material, and B, how well it can stand on its own. And now for my last rule. Rule number 4. I will do my best to get you guys a new video every other Thursday night. Now, I can't promise I can do that, but I will do my very, 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 very best. It's my goal to get this down to a video per week, so we'll start here and see where we get, right? Check back in January, see how that goes. Category number 1, review. The review category will be focused on one single work. Category number 2, compare, contrast. This is going to be our battle of old versus new. If there is an existing work and then been a remake of that work, then I will compare their musical selections and determine a winner. Category number 3, series. It's exactly what it sounds like. We'll be talking about a series, whether it be like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, all these things. Where there have been multiple installments, we're going to compare those installments because sometimes they switch up composers or a composer just doesn't do so well. I'm probably looking forward to that one the most. Category number 4, conversation. Okay, this category is going to be where I sit down with a co-host and we bring on a new guest every week and we talk about a certain topic, whether that be classical music or just the use of trailer music with upcoming films and how that kind of contrasts with the actual source material of the film that comes out. I'm looking at you, Star Wars Force Awakens. Basically, it's going to be an open forum where people can just kind of talk. So that's conversation. Category number 5, the top 12s. What YouTube channel would this be if I didn't have some sort of list? This is where I'm going to talk about, like, well, you know, my top 12 favorite themes of all time, top 12 composers, top 12 best TV themes, blah, 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 blah. That's where that's going to go. Top 12. And what I'll be doing is releasing the episodes in this order. You get the picture. And there you have it, my 4 rules and 5 categories. It's my hope that through this show, people might notice the background music a little bit more. I mean, I know it's background music. Are you really supposed to notice it? I would argue yes. Do you notice cinematography? Then yes, notice the music. It's not just there for fluff. It's there for a reason. Now, I don't expect people to appreciate the music to the extent that I do, but I am hoping that this draws some attention to things you may not have noticed. I do believe that this subject deserves more respect, attention, and appreciation, and that's my goal in this show, to hopefully do that. And that's not to say that people don't already do all those things. They do. I'm just trying to add to that tribute. That's my goal. In short, this show is a celebration of the genre, and at times a bit of a criticism. So, keep that in mind. Before I sign off on this, I do want to make it clear that I really want to hear y'all's opinion on this stuff. I want to hear your thoughts. This is one of my favorite subjects in the whole world. There's nothing I want more than to hear what you all think. And if you have a differing opinion from mine, that's great. If you can hear something I can't hear, I think that's amazing. And I'd love to hear why you think what you think. I want you guys to be involved. Also, if there's something you want me to cover, then by all means, make a suggestion. No promises that I can cover it, but I will definitely try to. I'll do my best to do so. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm so sorry. But tune in next time when we'll be talking about terminology and important vocabulary. I know it's not reviewing soundtracks yet, but it's coming, I promise. This is important. Thank you for watching, my lovely soundtrackies. It's been a pleasure to have you. So until next time, keep listening with your eyes and seeing with your ears. Chris out! Huh.